So Mitch McConnell should be removed from the Senate, right? Would you not agree with that? Has anyone seen his latest performance? Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. This man is exhibiting signs of whatever is going on neurologically. There are issues. We saw this with Biden, did we not? Did we not? Well, we all saw it. The people who were paying attention saw it. People who were watching ABC, The View, and CNN and such, obviously they did not see it, and they kept saying, Biden's sharp as a tack, sharper than ever. And then finally, obviously, you know the rest. You know the history. There was that big debate, and the jig was up, right? They all turned their back and said, all right, you know what? We got to get rid of this guy, including Clooney. They were like, yeah, we got to get rid of him. We ask him to step down, and we'll just put someone else in his place and just let him go out to pasture. That's what they did with Biden. We all saw the signs of it. And, it's a question about government now and people in these public offices working for the United States, for the citizens of the United States. Remember, they work for us. They're put there by us. And is it ageism? Is it that thing? Like we can't say anything about people who are clearly not cognitively functioning or there's something wrong with them and yet they're still running our government? Mitch McConnell recently, now if you saw, I think it was probably maybe a year ago when Mitch McConnell was on that, he was being questioned in the Capitol and he froze up. Just the old man just face turned into a vampire and he just froze like Medusa had just, whatever. He froze. He's already alabaster, right? Your face will turn to alabaster when you find out your servant is your master. I had to bring that in. I had to bring that Sting line in really quick. Two of my favorite artists, so I simply said Prince, all right? But my point is, Mitch McConnell did it again. This is the other, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Time to Talk podcast, welcome to Time to Talk. We're going to talk about Mitch McConnell really quick. If you've not subscribed. I really appreciate that. And hit the notification bell. But let's take a look at this clip of Mitch McConnell.
I'm sorry, I had a hard time hearing you.
That's okay. What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
yes.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator.
Think?
Benny.
Yep.
I'm gonna head outside, so come with us. Okay.
Anyway, Mitch McConnell. Frozen. Just, whew. I would say this is not good. And what's worse, obviously, legacy media, fake, former mainstream media, CNN, I caught a clip of Sanjay Gupta talking about this incident. And of course, he sort of, in a weird way, downplayed it or made it seem reasonably a good thing, which to me is just incredibly perplexing. There can't be anything good here. He mentioned that it's more of a Parkinsonian thing. I think that, would allow this to happen. Like that's what it looks like to him, obviously without examining him. But he basically says that it's not stroke related or like seizures. In other words, this is a good thing because it proves or somehow it indicates that it's not stroke related or anything like that. Like this wouldn't happen if there was a stroke kind of thing or seizure or something like that. I'm like, how is this possibly being spun into a reasonably normal thing? Like, oh, it's okay. He's freezing up a little bit. As long as he's not having these other signs or symptoms, he should be fine. Really? You think so? I mean, I wonder, the man is 81 years old. Put him out, let him go. He should be forced to leave. Just go. There should be some sense of standards when it comes to these people in public office, in the Senate, in Congress, in the White House. Like there should be something said about, look, are you okay to do the job? If you're not, like we're worried about DEI and we're worried about who's qualified, not qualified, who's getting a pass based on what. This old white man is going to continue to be Senate Majority Leader. Why? I don't know. At 81 years old when he's clearly got something going on. Not to mention, because I don't want it to be all, being insensitive or this ageist attack on this man, whether you love him or hate him, it's not even relevant. isn't there some sense of humanity or some sensitivity, empathy for this guy, his family? Like, he's 81 years old. Let him go. Like, dude, if you're freezing up at work, that's a sign for you to just hang up your spurs and call it a day. Like, it's over. And from the perspective of people around him, they should be encouraging him to do that. But of course, they probably won't. And they'll be like, oh, he's fine. Again, like Gupta saying, oh, it's just some Parkinson thing, which, you're fully functioning with Parkinson outside of the physical effects and nerve damage, the effects of how Parkinson. I'm not a Parkinson expert, but again, Michael J. Fox, the famous Muhammad Ali, the greatest ever. Still, cognitively speaking, you're able to function, but there's a neurodegenerative, something has to do with your nerves and the way they shake and all those things. So that's what this is being written up to. I don't think so. I don't think it's Parkinson. I guess we'll have to wait to see if there's some medical explanation. But as far as I'm concerned, it's just the same thing as Biden standing there freezing up. They almost have the same look on their face. Just this blank 80-something-year-old man standing there, not knowing where he is, not knowing what to do, and can't function. Sorry, you should not be working. I've said what I had to say. Time to Talk podcast. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. I appreciate that. The people who do watch, definitely appreciate you. And do not forget to like the video. Let me know in the comments below if you think it's ageist. You think it's wrong? Do you think it's okay to have public figures, the Senate Majority Leader, freezing up at will and having these issues? It's also sad, right? Do you find it to be cruel that they force these people, I shouldn't say force, but allow them to keep going in their office, their respective positions? Let me know in comments. I want to hear from you. I'll see you on the next Time to Talk podcast. Peace.